Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, when we see articles like this, Ripple is already seeing a lot of trade with XRapid and XRP, says Cory Johnson. A lot of trade with XRapid and XRP? Well then why the heck hasn't the price gone up? When we go to CoinMarketCap here, we're seeing XRP kind of still moving in tandem with other cryptocurrencies. And, that's great in a spec market because we know that XRP is going to follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin suddenly surges once again. But, at 46 cents, that price has kind of been hovering around there for the last little while. And certainly it hasn't seen its all-time highs of over $3, almost $4. So what gives? Why is this the case? And guys, I covered this point briefly in another video. Ultimately, it all kind of boils down to patience. And I'm going to read this article a little bit and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Ripple's chief market strategist, Cory Johnson, says the company is already seeing adoption and real-world use of its newly released XRP-powered payment solution, XRapid. In a new interview with Cointelegraph, Johnson says payment channels between US, Mexico, and the Philippines are a prime example. We just did some announcements around some partners who are already trading in XRP in the US, in Mexico, and in the Philippines. So now he goes on to say India and China have banned the use of cryptos in most cases, but Mexico and the Philippines, those are countries where there's a lot of remittance payments going out of other countries and into Mexico and the Philippines, and there's a lot of trade in XRP. So I think we're going to see a lot of adoption of our products in those countries. We're already seeing that. So Cory Johnson is clearly stating that in Mexico and the Philippines and in the US, there's a lot of trade in XRP. So why is the price still low? According to Johnson, the company expects XRapid, which uses XRP to increase the speed and lower the cost of cross-border transactions, to grow alongside the company's other suite of software solutions. So importantly, we've got three products. We've got XCurrent, which is our oldest product on the market, the longest XRP, which is fairly new to the market, and then XVIA, very, very new. So I would expect our rollout, most of it will be XCurrent, a little bit will be XRapid, and even less will be XVIA. So guys, part of the reason is this right here. We've got XCurrent, which is our oldest product on the market, and the longest. So XCurrent is the product that Ripple has had on the market the longest, and he does mention that most of the rollout will be XCurrent in this line here. Now we're wondering, why would anybody use XCurrent when XRapid is available? We know XRapid can actually add an additional 30% savings to companies' bottom lines, right? So he does say over time that might change, but initially the oldest stuff gets the most traction because customers have had a chance to look at it the longest and get used to the idea more quickly. So unfortunately, I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a waiting game. Companies don't like to move on things too quickly, obviously, especially banks, financial institutions, and so on. It's risky. They've never used it. Their peers have never used it. If you remember back to my video where Laura Shin in her Unchained podcast was interviewing Barry Silbert, he said the crypto space, nobody wants to be first, but everybody wants to be a quick second follower. If you guys haven't seen that video, it's only a couple days back. I suggest you watch it after this one. So this is part of the issue here, is the whole idea that companies are more comfortable using XCurrent for now. And of course, Cory Johnson says that might change over time, but initially the oldest stuff gets the most traction. Fair enough. Guys, we've known this, XRP is a long hodl. This is not going to happen overnight, but we always have to look at the good news, and the good news is Ripple is already seeing a lot of trade with XRapid and XRP, so it is starting to become, let's remember, it was only released like less than a month ago, so we gotta be patient, hold on, and everything will be good down the road. Another point I wanted to make here, back in August, so for the people who are using XRapid, we're still not seeing too much fluctuation in XRP. If you go here, this is XRP on a daily, and it's still just kind of hovering under 50 cents mostly, but people are using XRapid, and so why is it that we're not seeing the price of XRP even move a little bit? Well, first of all, as Cory Johnson said, we're still, companies are still testing it out. It's only been used in the US, Mexico, and the Philippines. India and China have banned cryptos, so companies there are probably using XCurrent as of now. I have a feeling that is going to change once cryptos become more widely accepted worldwide. Again, we have to give that some time. But what did Brad Garlinghouse say back in August? We got to remember this. One of the things I will tease for a future announcement, we'll do a Q3 market report. Okay, yeah, this was just about the market report. But he did say we're seeing institutional participation in buying XRP. Guys, that is a huge one. Q3 would definitely be a record for institutional participation in buying and their interest in holding XRP. So guys, we know if institutions are buying and holding XRP, they are going to be using it down the road. So, when I read this Cory Johnson article and that the companies are only using XCurrent right now and that some of them are using XRapid, that doesn't scare me one bit. Guys, we also have to remember the Sibos conference is coming up soon. Will there be a Swift Ripple partnership soon? Again, guys, I've done many videos about this. You can watch them in the back catalog. They're only from about a week back or so. There's also the Robinhood listing that is going to list XRP shortly. So if there is a Ripple Swift partnership, I have a feeling we will definitely see a big XRP movement, even if they aren't going to use XRP for all of their transactions. But that depends too. Maybe Swift owns a boatload of XRP that they have to burn through before they start sourcing liquidity from the market, which is you and I and other big liquidity exchanges. But guys, you got to remain positive on this because, and I know a lot of you are thinking, well, these companies have already started using XRapid. If my XRP doesn't go up in the next month, I'm just going to sell. I'm giving up on this. I'm going to put my money into something else, something that's bound to give me a better return than this XRP stuff. I think that's short-sighted. I wouldn't do it. And the reason is because look at this. Guys, we know spec traders, there's not a lot of them. Okay, this market is super small. Last time we had a crypto bull run, we saw XRP go from basically 23 cents all the way to $3.30 from December 11th all the way till January 4th. So in less than a month, it made this huge gain. So guys, anything is possible. And again, this is just spec trading. This is low volume in comparison to what the institutions are going to bring. And for those of you who have really short memories, do you remember back in mid-September when we saw XRP going from 26 cents back on the 17th, and then it hit a high of 80 cents just 4 days later? Again, spec traders trading on speculation, but guys, we will see rises. This is relatively small volume compared to what the institutions are going to bring. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.